Hey guys, thanks for tuning in to FREIBA E Watch List. With Watch List, we take a look at stocks our teams either looking to trade, take a stake in, or just answer some questions for our community. So the best way to reach us is to click the link in our chat. We have a link that just posted in the live chat, and there should be one in the comments as well, or in the description of this video. And that'll give you access to us where you can go ahead and post charts and have questions answered about your portfolio or trades. And once you're in, just click on the watch list tab, and that's where you'll find our daily watch list. And we post those watch lists before the market opens, so you'll get to see exactly what we're looking at when we're looking at it. All right, so let's get into some tickers here. I will start off with the SPY. So SPY kind of took a nosedive into the afternoon session here today. We saw the 465 level that we were looking to potentially hold, kind of break down, and so we talked about that yesterday. However, if you see this trend line here in red, we spiked below it, right? Hit this even cracked 463 to a low of 462, but we bounced right back up, and we had a positive buy side closing in the market, and so that kind of gives us an indication of the bleeding kind of slowing down, and then a little bit of trending back up to maybe 465, but super light volume, and who knows what tomorrow will bring. So we'll pay attention to that, and we'll be actively managing our positions around this volatility. But this is as expected. We had talked about this a few times, just in terms of this potential pullback. One thing that kind of triggered it this afternoon was the official default of the Evergrande crisis over in China, and so there's was definitely some fear being pumped into the market today. So again, there's it hit levels that we were looking for, but we're going to continue to again play the volatility, and we're looking for this trend to kind of push back up, or at least continue to consolidate in the 460s for now, just as we kind of get things together. Another thing that wasn't really the greatest news was some of the CPI data. Basically, it kind of unraveled some of the theories around inflation, and so we're actually experiencing much higher inflation than I was kind of led on. So that was another thing that became kind of an issue for the markets today. All right, so let's look at some of the tickers that we'll be looking to trade the rest of this week, and we'll start off with some of the earnings plays for today. So one relatively popular name, FOSL. FOSL is the watch company. They watch accessories. They had really good response to their earnings, so they closed at 13.84 and ripped to almost $20. So we'll be playing that tomorrow. Ideally, we're looking for a pullback to probably around the $18 level, but ideally, with weakness in the market, 17 could be an area as well. So we'll alert you guys in our chat room once we kind of take a position, if we do on FOSL. But this is definitely nice, and there's a lot of room on the daily chart as well to the upside. So again, we have a few levels marked off here, but they definitely had again a super positive reaction to earnings, and we'll be looking to play that, especially and now that it's broken out of this consolidation for almost 9 months. So there's a lot of steam that it can have right now as we move into retail and holiday season. So that is FOSL, fossil. Next, AFRM, Affirm Holdings, a finance company. They do kind of the buy now, pay later programs with this company. We talked about them a bunch of times. They had earnings today, so the reaction was pretty amazing. And it pulled back, right, and now it's squeezed back up to all-time high levels. We're anticipating a continuation out of the gates tomorrow, just to kind of a continued squeeze. But in terms of so what two things that can happen is it can initially squeeze out of the gates, even with the weaker market, and then pull back with the market. And but if the market is positive, then we can expect a continuation setup to where it kind of rips up over ideally the 180 mark and kind of holds up there. So well, again, we'll play the volatility, and since it's $40 pop, we can definitely look to play any pullbacks as well. That's on AFRM. Next, we have Open Door, OPEN. This is a real estate flipping company with real estate technology, and they're a competitor to Zillow. So we've had a position in them for a while, long-term position. We definitely like what they do. We do some similar stuff on the real estate side of the company, but we like this reaction. $5 pop off the low of today, and so we're looking for some continuation setup here on AFRM. We have a level here essentially at the $25 mark, $25 breakout, which will get us back into an uptrend and move us back towards the 30s. They're well capitalized, so we do like OPEN a lot. So a potential area to watch specifically for tomorrow is the $21 level. So we'll keep a close eye out on that for bounces. But again, we're looking for this to continue and set up a nice swing trade for us. But again, pop in the chat room and we'll keep you posted on what we do. Right, next, we'll bring up NOVN, NOVN. So biotech, however, this thing has volatility in it, so it definitely can move. You had earnings yesterday and reiteration of some pretty lofty price targets. So there's essentially about a 1,000% price target on this to the upside, and so we're definitely intrigued. We're anticipating some more news to come out as to kind of back these valuations, and so we're definitely interested. And again, with the recent earnings, we can anticipate some news. It was kind of the earnings was better than expected, and so we can anticipate some moves off the back of some news throughout the upcoming days here on NOVN. Next, we have SOFI, SOFI. So SOFI is a finance company. They had earnings today. Nice positive reaction. Where it's in an area where we've been trading this for a while, obviously, but there's a nice breakout over the $25 level that we've been anticipating. So hopefully that can come. I mean, obviously with the volatility in the market, we'll play it close, but that's something that we'll be looking for after some profit taking, and so there's some levels that we're watching here. But again, we'll let you guys know as we get in and out of this name in the coming days. So it's SOFI, SOFI. Next, we have Rush Street Interactive, which is a gambling name, RSI. They had earnings today. Nice positive reaction. We have kind of an uptrend that we're looking to regain here. Ideally, you're probably going to see some resistance at the $25 level, but this is presenting itself as a potential swing for us. So we're definitely going to keep a close eye out on this around the this $20 break potentially tomorrow. So RSI is definitely on watch. The next ITOS. So ITOS Therapeutics, they had earnings, and as we know, biotech can run, right? So we have a couple levels here that we're looking at. One being the $34 level. So we'll look to play some of this volatility tomorrow. You have a decent uptrend here that's being held, and basically a triple top as well as a wedge, right? So you have a couple things going for it that we're looking to play. So it started to break right with the earnings report, and so looking for continuation setups over the next couple days. All right, next we'll bring up KPLT. It's something that we had on watch yesterday after earnings. We did pretty well with this trade. Today was kind of profit taking and just some absorption, with the downtrend in the market. But then after hours, we got a nice pop, shorts covering, and some few buyers stepping in. And so continuation is definitely in order for KPLT. They're a finance company, and so with the reaction from a firm with that massive move, this can potentially be considered a sympathy to that, and so we're going to be watching this pretty closely as well. So that's KPLT. All right, next we got HYZN, which is HYZN Motors. This is electric vehicle catalyst. You have a nice breakout of this flag. So nice breakout in the bull flag, and it was on some news today, and they had some production news, and there's a clear level here that we definitely like, which is over 650 for that squeeze back over $7, and there's a little bit of resistance at 675, but there is a gap to fill to about $10 that we're definitely interested in on HYZN. So that's definitely on watch as well. Next, we have Merck. We actually took a position in Merck today. We're looking for a relatively short-term move out of this. There's a gap in Merck on the daily chart that's pretty significant. So we don't expect the world out of this, but with some of the recent news on Merck, just in regards to the COVID vaccine, we can look for some more upside out of this. So ideally, we're looking for around $86. But again, we're already in this position. It's doing pretty well, and we're looking for a continuation even through the volatility. As you can see on the intraday chart, with the market breaking down the way it did and this holding up, this gave us pretty good confidence in this upward move. And then you also have kind of a local high here at about 80, 84.30. So definitely some bullish action coming in on Merck. So we're looking to again swing that into that gap. All right, next we have RBLX. So we've been talking about RBLX, that massive breakout, the squeeze yesterday, and the breakdown today. So perfect kind of trend and perfect move from exactly what we were expecting, which is exactly what happened. It broke down today with the market, and but also just a lot of profit taking overall after such a massive move. And we shorted pretty heavily a couple times today, and did pretty well. And so that's one of the uh, tickers that we're definitely looking for bounce trades, and also continuation to the downside. The downside, because of that gap, if there's continued volatility, we can look for this $90 level to be touched, and and then a potential bounce off of that. And we'll continue to place to the upside. We do feel that this is $100 stock. However, there's just massive volatility, and so there's definitely going to be some profit taking along the way. And so we're here for that. So we'll be looking at RBLX closely for some more opportunities. All right, lastly, Fiverr. This is kind of the gig economy, which took a bit of a hit, right? From 210 all the way down to the 155 level, over the past couple months, but decent earnings and a pretty nice gap up. Sold off, profit taking, just because a lot of bag holders that bought at over $200 are looking to break even, or just kind of take profits and get out of this. The guidance is not as great as you would like, mainly because there's a big employment shortage still. So jobs, yes, jobs are growing, but they're still in high demand. And this is more of a freelancer platform. So you have the kind of the regular corporate entities that are uh, looking for employees, and with that stability comes people kind of jumping ship and kind of putting their side hustles to the side and getting back to work. So there's definitely going to be some volatility in this in Fiverr moving forward. We do have some levels set for the next couple days, and we'll kind of trade that accordingly. But that is Fiverr, and yeah, so that's watch list for today. So if you want to get the up-to-date list in the morning before the market opens, go ahead and click that link in the description or in the file, and we'll be happy to share that with you guys. And if you have any specific tickers that you want us to look at and chart for you, simply click that link and hop in our chat room. And don't forget to follow, like, subscribe to us on all platforms at Freebase, and help us grow this investment community. It's starting to, really flourish, and we're happy to share our ideas and build out this community so that we can all grow together. So thanks for tuning in to the Freebase Watch List. Have a great night. See you soon.